Imagine a star so large that if it were placed at the center of our solar system, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, and even Saturn would all be swallowed whole. The title of largest star has passed from one supergiant to another, each dethroned by an even bigger rival. The first behemoth to hold the title was actually discovered in 1860, but the German astronomers at the Bonn Observatory never did know how big this supergiant really was. Its name was UY Scuti, a swollen red supergiant in the constellation Scutum, some 9,000 light-years from Earth. Early measurements suggested it was over 1,700 times the size of our Sun. That would make it the largest star ever discovered. But science is never that simple. With more refined instruments, UY Scuti grew smaller. Rather than the record-shattering giant we once believed, the star measures a more modest 900 solar radii. Still a massive behemoth, large enough to reach the asteroid belt if it was placed within our solar system. But suddenly, the crown of largest star was back on the table. There's actually something else that all of these supergiant stars have in common. They only live a few million years before collapsing and exploding into spectacular supernovae, leaving nothing behind but scattered atoms, or maybe even a black hole. UY Scuti's size may be uncertain, but its fate is sealed. Before UY Scuti ever took the throne, another monster ruled. Its name, VY Canis Majoris. At just under 4,000 light-years away, this red hypergiant once looked big enough to stretch past the orbit of Saturn. Early estimates put it at over 2,000 solar radii, but size wasn't its only interesting feature. VY Canis Majoris is tearing itself apart, violently shedding its outer layers into space. Imagine a dying sun, wrapped in a swirling nebula of its own expelled gas, covered in sunspots, larger than Earth's entire orbit. Yet, as measurements improved, its dimensions shrank as well, just like UY Scuti's. Today, it's closer to 1,400 solar radii. It's still one of the largest stars ever found, but no longer the reigning champion. And just like UY Scuti, it's also living on borrowed time. It too will collapse, detonating itself into one of the most powerful explosions our galaxy has ever seen. Then, astronomers peered outside of our galaxy to the Large Magellanic Cloud. There they found WOH G64, another red supergiant. This one cloaked in a thick shroud of dust. Early estimates put it around 1,500 times larger than the Sun. That made it a serious contender in the largest star ever found race. But the problem is, the dust surrounding it complicates everything. Was it as big as astronomers first thought, or were our instruments just being fooled? Even now, astronomers argue over its true size. WOH G64 sits in a strange limbo. It's both a cosmic heavyweight and a possible illusion. If it is as large as we think, its edge would brush past the orbit of Jupiter. If not, it may just only be another supergiant among giants. Either way, its unstable nature means it too will end in fire and collapse. The real question is whether its throne was ever real or just a mirage created by distance and dust. But the escalation didn't stop there. In a distant cluster of stars 20,000 light-years away, astronomers found what may be the ultimate titan, Stephenson 218. Current measurements puts its radius at over 2,100 times that of our Sun. If you placed it at the center of our solar system, its edge would stretch well beyond Saturn and nearly to Uranus. No star we've ever measured has reached this scale. It is a monster so large that it redefines what we thought was even possible. And yet, even here, the shadow of doubt looms. At such vast distances, smothered in dust and gas, how confident can we be in these numbers? Is Stephenson 218 truly the largest star in the universe, or just the latest in a series of giants that shrink under sharper observation? What is certain is that Stephenson 218 is unstable, burning its fuel at a furious pace. On a timescale of millions of years, which is a mere blink of an eye in cosmic terms, it will collapse, detonating in an event so powerful that it will most likely outshine its entire galaxy for a brief moment. What these stars reveal is more than a competition of size. They are a story of astronomy itself, of the limits of our instruments, the illusions of distance, and the restless, unstable lives of the most massive suns. Each of these stars, UY Scuti, VY Canis Majoris, WOH G64, and Stephenson 218, were all hailed as the largest ever found. And each time a new discovery or a revised measurement shifted the crown. In the cosmos, no throne is permanent. The crown of largest star is passed from one giant to the next, each one more astonishing, more unstable, and more fleeting than the last. In truth, the largest star in the universe may be a title that no object can hold for long. The cosmos keeps rewriting the record book, and the giants we marvel at today will most likely be revealed as smaller, stranger, or simply misunderstood. What is certain is this: somewhere out there, hidden in the shadows of the Milky Way or beyond, another Titan is waiting to be found. A star that's even bigger and more unstable, ready to stretch our imaginations further than ever before. And when we find it, the cycle will begin again, the endless escalation of awe, doubt, and discovery.